So we finally know what Six Flags Fiesta Texas has been cooking up for their 30th year anniversary in 2022. Introduce Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, the world's steepest B&M dive coaster. Yes, you heard that right, Six Flags is working with B&M again. We saw this loosely with the conversion of Firebird at Six Flags America in 2019, but honestly this is a much bigger deal. To see the chain follow through with a new coaster from Bolliger and Mabillard is a pretty big deal. In this short analysis video, I'm going to be breaking down the details, though I apologize if I don't have a lot because this thing was literally announced like an hour ago from when I'm writing this very script. But I'll try my best to do all I can to spell out all the info that we have received in this announcement. So first of all, I just wanted to say the announcement ceremony was fantastic. Six Flags Fiesta Texas and Park President Jeffrey Seibert did an impeccable job with it. Obviously, I wasn't there personally, but I was fortunate enough to have watched the live stream that was taken by Zach from Amusement Central. So a huge thank you goes out to him for recording the footage that you were seeing on screen right now. Anyways, let's start with the name since it's what we heard first prior to the actual coaster itself. Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, or in short, I will just be calling it Dr. D's Cliffhanger. I think the second we heard this name, we all thought dive coaster. The word cliffhanger just made it so obvious, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting a dive coaster so ambitious. Typically, Six Flags likes to go the cheap route, so alongside working with the pricey manufacturer of B&M and also seeing some records broken was a nice surprise. The ride will stand strong at 150 feet and at its max speed will travel at 60 miles per hour. But easily the highlight from this ride announcement was the steepness record of 95 degrees on a dive coaster. Guys, I cannot imagine how this will feel in the back row. These dive coaster drops are already fantastic at 90, but 95, that's some impressive stuff. It will only have 2 inversions, but honestly, I'm all for quality over quantity, so this doesn't bother me too much. We'll dig a little bit more into the inversions in a bit. Now, we did receive an official POV of the ride also, so I'll be sharing that with you guys in order to dissect all of the elements, which we will do next. The ride begins with a slight left-hand turn out of the station up into the 150-foot tall lift hill. Once riders crest the top of the lift hill, they'll take a typical dive coaster approach with a flat panoramic turn before the signature holding brake. Now, this is where the fun begins. We've got the aforementioned 95-degree drop, which will lead directly into the Immelmann inversion. I'm usually not too crazy for Immelmanns, but I certainly don't dislike them either. I think we should have all been expecting this following the first drop, so not a surprise here. What was a surprise is the next element, which is a 270-degree zero-G roll. I highly suspect that this will be the best part of the ride away from the drop, or maybe even ahead of the drop if we're lucky. This is going to be taken at an awesome speed and an awesome pace, and I cannot wait to see how it rides. Next, Dr. D's Cliffhanger turns up into a mid-course brake run, which I know a lot of you guys will have mixed feelings about, but I'm personally all for these brake runs. The pros of this are higher capacity and shorter lines, and most importantly for the ride, a second drop that is also very steep. You see this on most of the other B&M dive coasters, such as Shikra, Griffin, and Valraven, and honestly, they're really great. Following this second drop, riders will hurl into a left-hand helix and progressively slope downwards, building up more speed. Then you rise up into an airtime hill, which is shaped very weirdly in the animation, so you may actually get some airtime on this, but you also may not, we will see. Then to end things out, you've got another helix, this one rising upwards into the final brake run. It may also be important to note that the ride's trains will feature vest restraints. Again, this is not a surprise, virtually all of the modern day V&Ms being built incorporate these restraints, and while I'm not a huge fan of them, I'm willing to look past it for this particular ride. I'm able to do this because regardless of how this thing rides or regardless of how good it may be, it's huge news for Six Flags as a company. Bolliger and Mabillard, the manufacturer building this dive coaster, is one of the most popular out there for their wide array of designs and their reliability. But they are on the expensive side, meaning we haven't seen Six Flags work with them to install a new ground-up coaster since 2012, and before that, I believe it was 2006. When you recognize how Six Flags has changed over time since then, I think you'll appreciate this addition more than you expect. Also, let's face it, this is a perfect fit for Fiesta Texas. Like I said, regardless of how good it is, I'm glad they're getting a generally graceful people eater attraction. And plus, after receiving the stupidly intense and relentless Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster in 2018, this was the perfect route for the park to go next. But with that, there's my analysis for Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger, opening in 2022 at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. I hope you all enjoyed hearing about the new ride. Hopefully I can get this video out as quick as I'm anticipating because the sooner the better, am I right? But I truly hope Fiesta Texas has great success with this project and work to create a renewed relationship with B&M that we've all been waiting for. So please let me know down in the comments what you think of this new ride, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching. To wrap things up, I'm going to show you the full POV just in case you haven't seen it yet, and the video will end right after. So again, thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.